See, this is gonna be great.
Okay, well.
Nerd on Nation,
Yeah.
acknowledge me. Welcome to the Nerd On Update, where we, your genius nerds,
As a creator.
discuss the news that's going on and ask questions from you, the people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But first we do a little chitty chat. See how everybody's doing. See how their weekend was. It was Easter.
Chitty chitty
So people had some time off.
I'm going to say two things real quick.
Okay.
I want full amnesty. Where did Esteves go? Okay. I want full amnesty of any technical glitches that have happened so far. I was here. We did everything right. Esteves is phasing in and out of reality currently on the stream. I don't know why.
Okay.
That being said,
you did it right.
We had to go straight into spawning soon. We didn't want to delay how long we would be in the spawning soon and go in. But, here we are. If there's any more technological errors, I just want to say it's not my fault particularly.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Big Nate for 16 months of subscribing.
That's a big deal.
My boy.
That's a big deal. Also, Steve's welcome back from your pixelated digital purgatory where you are right now. It's been a few weeks without you. How you doing?
We missed you.
Still riding that WrestleMania high. Otherwise, I'm doing great.
I want to know, you're going to talk about it in your news, so don't spoil it. But the experience for you, how in a non-spoilery summary, how was it for you? Yeah, we lost him.
Phenomenal. My first WrestleMania. It was, good.
No, you're good. Oh, he's just
you're
like 4
now.
seconds delayed. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Electric. It was electric.
Ooh, good adjective.
This is gonna be a fun one. This is like, we're playing with some voice dialect. Corey, how about you tell us about your life, your weekend, and maybe the Steve's Wi-Fi will calm down. Maybe it's been such a few weeks since he's had such a intensive internet connection. His internet has to be like, okay.
I think the electricity from the WrestleMania is still is affecting the electronics in his house. I think he carried it with him home, and it's just very 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 it's pulsating and it's affecting it can affect like Wi-Fi lights. Anyway, that's all it is, guys. But my weekend was good. I had some family in town. Got to play a little Magic. Had something happen to me that hasn't happened in a while with Magic, which was exciting, where I opened a card where I was like, I think I want to build a commander around this. Usually I know what I want to build, or I buy a card that I think would go good in a deck, but I haven't opened a commander in a long time. I haven't opened a card and been like, I want to build a commander around this. So I'm going to build. And Tom's going to be very excited. Brad, I know last week we talked about how I don't like mechs, and Tom said Corey doesn't even play vehicles in Magic. Well, it's an Oops All Vehicles deck with Grease Fang, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, I think.
Can you ever make a deck that's not Oops?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Okay. I did. I think I only have one is Oops
all dragons, swords. Oops all snakes, Oops all eggs, Oops all artifacts.
Hey, that was Brea King a few eggs. That had a fun pun. I do have a lot of Oops All though. I do. That's true. Oops All Swords is the real only Oops All though. But yeah, Gross Fang. That's what Nate called it. But yeah, that was my weekend. I'm exhausted. Juniper got some time with her cousins, which was a lot of fun. What about you, Tom? I got to see you over the weekend. We stopped by on Easter.
Did. Oops All Nerds, the show. I like that, Brad. How best describe my week since Thursday when I started playing Sonic Mania? Well, I started watching Sonic 2 the Hedgehog movie. I watched John Wick, and then I almost watched like 4 movies this weekend. I was like, God bless, baby. Like I'm just trying to just devour I'm just like trying to eat as many movies as possible so I could just be like, I have seen it. I have seen the good, the bad, the uninspired.
Even the in-betweeners.
Even in the in-betweeners, you know, like sometimes you can't really tell like what is truly like the temperament.
What is everyone?
You know what I mean? What is, you know what I'm saying? Without tasting a lot of it, you know? Can you really ever say you've truly tasted a lot of like a thing if you haven't had every flavor that it has to provide? I don't know. Who knows?
You can't say you love a thing without trying the best of it.
I mean, could I say I love Sonic and all I've ever played was Sonic Pinball?
Yeah.
Maybe. Would it be an informed decision? Informed opinion? I don't know. I'm not. I just ask the questions. The questions. You know.
I don't need the answers.
I don't have to be right, and we don't always have to agree.
But everything's an argument.
But everyone has to just think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting to that Alan Moore stage of my life where it's just like, oh, just like the world.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
as long as people don't try to praise our work and then you just go ham on them for no reason for trying to enjoy the work we've done. At least you don't get that Alan Moore stage. I think we're gonna be fine.
I mean, what if they say like, Tom, I think Nerdon's great Nazi propaganda? And I'd be like, how could you be so stupid?
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. You know, like,
What if someone made like Watchmen based on our work and we disowned it? Like, that's not my work.
Oh yeah. I mean, they say based. I'm like, I guess. I'd be a little upset if someone like, oh, based on blah blah, and then it's like I don't artistically, not even like moralistically, morally, I don't morally agree with it. Where it's like, why?
You're not curmudgeonly enough to be Alan Moore.
No. Not yet.
I love his work, but man, as a person, he is exhausting.
You know, I mean,
but be on our show, Alan.
Yeah, you know, talk about some of the work.
So,
other things that might have. Oh, Esteves is back. Other things that happened. I mean, I see Mamba. I mentioned I was doing pretty well in Sonic Mania, so I was pretty glad. I mean, I really want to hear what Esteves got to say. You know, I haven't played any Magic this week or last week. I like had no Magic.
I know.
In my
I missed
life.
you. I've been thinking about doing Monday or not Monday night streams. Once a week streams. Monday used to be my night. Once a week streams where I'm just filming my board and deck building, like with my cards, organizing and deck building.
You could do
cards. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that.
You should
we'll see.
You should just do it. Just talk about cards and stuff. Steve's, you're phasing in and out. I still see the red bars. How you?
He played Teleportation Circle.
How are you doing? You traded in the Iron Man for the Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think what we have to do is try to start with the news at this point, and I'll go first, and then Tom can go, and then maybe when it gets back to Steve's, he'll be back. So
good luck with that.
That's what we need is good luck.
Thank you, Steves. And water, hydrate.
My news is quick.
Before we get too far, we got to clap it up. We got to clap it up.
I'll start. There we go.
Thank you, Steves.
This is Steve's.
Welcome.
Steve's phasing out of reality.
We gotta wait. We gotta
get Brad. All right. We can start the show finally. Steve's, hopefully, maybe we can do an intervene and we could hear about your week. Steve's.
Nope.
Can you okay. Corey, you or me? Who wants to start the news first?
I can go first. Mine is pretty quick. March of the Machines is coming out. Next Set Magic is coming out. And we have just, I think someone pulled one of these already in a live stream. In the collector's packs, you have a chance to open a serialized Praetor, one of the 5 Praetors, one of the big bads of Magic, the Gathering right now. There will be 500 of each of these serialized Praetors in their foil glory, borderless foil glory. You can get Elishnorn, Jin-Gitaxias, Shieldred,
Holy
Urbrath,
shit.
Vorinclex. Yeah, they're going to be worth a ton of money.
Not more than Black Lotus.
No, my understanding though is it's not going to be worth. You know, what's going to be worth more than Black Lotus, Tom, is the One Ring, the serialized One Ring that there's one of. But yeah, they're going to be worth quite a bit of money. My understanding right now is that they're only available within the collector's packs of March of the Machines. So good luck ripping those packs out there, you guys. I hope you get one. I think one was pulled on a rip and ship stream this last week. They pulled an Elish Norn. It was like number 200
So
something.
this is like
out of
the
500.
most chasest card of all time.
No, the most chasest card of all time is coming in Lord of the Rings, where it's going to be the One Ring artifact and
At the
serialized
moment.
one of one. Well, you didn't say that. You said of all time. You said of all time. So I'm going for all time. But yeah, at the moment, these are probably some of the most. They did the serialized thing for Brothers War.
Mm-hmm.
They had the retro artifacts serialized cards, and that's kind of, I think that's where that started. And it was a hit. People ate it up. So they're bringing it over to March of the Machines with all 5 of the Praetors. I don't want one, but boy, Tom, do I want one.
Wow.
What do you think?
I want all of these. I want Jenga Taxes for sure and Shieldred for sure. Those are the boys.
Yeah. Tom has a graphic. Go ahead and throw that up, Tom.
I already did.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
I did.
You beat me to it. You beat me to my own joke. But yeah, those are looking good. Borderless. They're flip cards too, so they're serialized flip cards.
They're sagas, right?
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
And then they flip back to being a creature again.
Yeah,
after
Shieldred is like
completes.
Evil.
Jenga Taxis is evil, man. But yeah, it's gonna be big. What are your thoughts on serialized Magic cards, Tom?
What does it mean to be? Also, shout out
There's
to
only 500.
shout out to Nileli TTV for the follow. Thank you very much. So what the serialized, is that like the number right next to it? Like it says like 420
out of 500.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's only 500 of each of those printed.
I think so. I can get a regular version of this that's not serialized that I can still play with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of fine because like it doesn't take away too much from people who just want to play with the mechanics of the game and get their hands on new cards. My only worry is that I don't want people like a market value to like change the cost of the card, the other cards
packs.
because of this. But like but I mean and the packs too.
I think it's smart that they're putting it only in the collector's pack. So look, this is for whales. That's what this is for.
Yeah.
I think the upside to this is that it's now diminished the desire for the other versions of cards, right? So you're looking at, well, it's not a serialized card. Well, before it was, is it foil? That was all we had growing up, was the foil card's worth more. And when I was growing up, it was worth double the price. But now it was like, well, is it borderless? Is it foil borderless? That's the one I want. And then it was like, well, is it foil borderless alt art? Because that's the one I want. And now it's like, is it foil borderless serialized? Because that's the one I want. Suddenly you have this tier of like, now the regular versions of cards are attainable by people like me who just want to play with them. So I'm seeing it as a plus side.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean that's the way of Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's like the Blue Eyes White Dragon has been reprinted multiple times, and like it's not necessarily even a good card. It just has good support now, and
oh, that's a big puss.
You can now have you can have like, is it the ghost rare? Is it this color? Is it like this print? Is it from this booster? X, Y, and Z. Like, still one of the most like expensive sought after cards is the LOB, Blue Eyes first pack, and you can get the tournament edition, which is only one print of it, and it's like worth over $1 million.
Jesus.
But like that being said, it's as long as people can play with it, I think that's fine. These are for sure chase cards, and I mean, like, I enjoy that kind of stuff. But yeah, as long as it doesn't change the price for the packs.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So anyway, that's my news. Probably gonna pick up a couple collector's packs. Spin my luck on that. And that's that. Hello.
Oh, Jesus Christ! My other phone is ringing. Hold on 1 second. Intermission.
Jesus. Everyone left. Do 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 do. Tequila.
Literally everything. Literally everything today.
It's spanking time.
I thank you for all the cheers. Thank you for all the blurps, y'all. So my
It's spanking
news
time.
is Steve's when he comes back at some point. My news is not really. I mean, is it news? Yeah, it's kind of news. So first thing is, I didn't cover this last week and I wanted to, which was The Last of Us has now been ported to PC, and much in the ways of Cyberpunk 2077, it just not optimized. Everyone who's playing PC who never had a chance to play it on PlayStation are not enjoying their experiences of it. Now, this is like a week old news. It happened after the release after the end of the series or the first season on HBO Max. And obviously Neil Druckmann has addressed this being like optimization and use it on the Steam Deck are going to be high priorities, but we're just seeing like a lot of updates X, Y, and Z. I have played it on PlayStation 4 and I have played it on PC now, and at this moment I would definitely say it's not a viable game to play with right now. As someone who has played like 2 years later, I played Cyberpunk and I was like, okay, this game still has bugs. They really improved a lot of stuff and they expanded some stuff. And so it's like, it's actually playable. The story's really, really good. But The Last of Us game currently right now, I think there's a little bit of redemption or like a vindication for console players. Cause they're like, yeah, PC players, like y'all always make fun of us for having the best blah, blah, blah. But as we know with like games like Arkham Knight, like the console games that are first on consoles don't port well often to PC. So
they're built with certain technology in mind.
Absolutely. So that being said, this is just a state of what it is. I think it's obviously unfortunate that they did not have a successful launch for the PC port, especially if it's a remastered edition to go alongside like people who are now getting interested in the game, who would watch the show. But now my current news is the box office for the Super Mario Bros. Movie
Went crazy.
exceeded all expectations because animation typically doesn't see a really big turnout first weekend. They usually have a strong second weekend, not having so much of a drop-off point. But early reviews had the film at a rotten score for Rotten Tomatoes. If you listen or pay attention to that or make decisions based off that, we've talked a lot about on our show on the podcast. If you have listened to it, you know that's not really a good indicator what you should think about, even though that's the job of a critic. Just because sometimes critics are just very skewed to think one way or the other. You know, such films like Pokemon the movie, for everyone in the nerd lore, like we love that movie and not necessarily covet, but critics absolutely hated it because they had no connection with it and they never really bought into it. Super Mario Bros. It currently is at 56% Rotten Tomatoes score for critics and 96% for audience. But even then, you know, you have like a low audience score for like Captain Marvel and high critic reception for that. Same thing with like The Last Jedi. So there's always a skew between audiences as well as critics, and sometimes you can get review bombed, which is unfortunate. But the main news I'm actually talking about is going to be that out of a $100 million budget, again, the first kind of Nintendo fully, like, we're part of the production in association with Universal Pictures and Illumination, as well as like the grand opening of the Super Mario World attraction over at the Universal Studios Los Angeles. This was a pretty big deal. And it opened at $377 million for its weekend for the box office. Wow. And I think it's on track to quote unquote, I think it's maybe the second, or if not the first, or like the biggest opening weekend for an animated film. So it's you know, like,
doing just fine.
It, you know, like, is it in spite of the bad critical reception, or is it like despite that stuff? It's still kind of found an audience. Right. It had a lot of people first time ever getting a Mario movie was with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. So like to see something kind of done in a way that looks more faithful to, the source material is something I think a lot of people are excited about, as well as, Nintendo has grown so much as a household name since that time.
Not that there was much source material to go off of when they made that film in '93.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, where it's like now we've had different iterations, technology's gotten better, X, Y, and Z. It's interesting to see, a lot of people are going to want to have like a Smash Bros. Since we've had Detective Pikachu. There's always talks about Legend of Zelda being adapted in some form or fashion.
I think we just need John Leguizamo to come back as Waluigi.
Ooh, that'd be the top tier pick.
Danny DeVito as Wario.
Amen. But that being said, I'm excited to see where it goes, just because like the dawn of like comic book movie adaptations is kind of like seeing some stagnation, where like the interest in video game adaptations is starting to get higher. And of course, the same way as like comic book adaptations, we have seen like high points before the MCU and connected universes before. Same thing with video games, where we had like Castlevania and Arcane, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do any spoilers for the film. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, that's all my news. I don't know if Esteves is going to come back.
Let's just go into the questions, and if he comes back, we'll give him the floor.
All right. So for the
What did I say?
questions, guess what I did?
Deleted the questions.
No, I didn't put any fucking questions in the thing right now. So I have to look for some questions. Y'all gonna be part of this live with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. I'm going to start.
Yeah, if you got a question, put it in the chat right now.
Yeah.
So that'd be like
Right now, the first question I have is from
Yeah.
Spencer13H. But first off, if you want to be part of the show and send your questions before time so that I can totally neglect this part of the show, you can go and join our Nerd On Discord at nerdon.tv/Discord, and then go put it in the update chat server, and you can add your questions. Or you can go to questions at nerdon.tv. Questions at nerdon.tv. Send it there, and then I know I was like, every time that one always messes me up. And then send it through there if you don't want to join the Discord, because you have a bunch of Discords you also are part of, or you can support the show directly by supporting us with at least 4 quarters and joining the Nerd On Nation on Patreon.
that's right.
And then you get put into a special server in the Discord server, and you can ask your questions, and then you get put in the front of the line like this one. Spencer tends to always have really good questions. He is a beloved Nerd On Nation member, and this question
Magic
is
player aficionado.
absolutely
as well.
If you could invent a household superpower, what would it be? For context, mine would look like would to look at a task like dishes or unfold laundry, and to be able to blink at it and have it completed instantly. A household superpower.
Whoa. Mine would be like, organizing thing, like blinking at a pile of shit and just having it organized. Doesn't have to be put away, but just being organized, and then I can put it away myself. Like I guess there's. Why am I putting limits on my power?
I don't know, man.
I would blink and it would be organized. That's what I would want. Look at my like a messy closet and just blink, and then it's all organized. Hey, Esteves.
Well, I'm gonna hold the floor, or hold priority for him to hopefully have something so he can report his news.
Yeah.
How we doing, Esteves?
He's frozen on a sad face. And he's gone again. And he's back again. And he's still frozen on a sad face. Might not be in the cards tonight.
Might not be in the cards.
Steve.
I mean, I will say, no one could ever. No one could ever blame Esteves for like not trying. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
he's a trier.
He's put in more effort than I would.
That's true. That's true.
And I started the show. Hey, there he is.
Is Steve's there? Steve's there.
It's working.
But is his delay like so long?
Is it?
No, it's a couple seconds.
Okay, Esteves, we will
The
potentially.
floor is yours.
Huh?
I said the floor is yours, Steve.
Yeah, we'll break our questions part.
Yeah, man.
Well, for your news, if we can get some news. Everyone, we're going to get some Chronicle news.
I will speak in few words to get all of everything out. Mania, ring, men in ring, battle, titles exchanged, women battle, titles exchanged. First night, good guys win and wins. Roman Reigns still champion. Cody Rhodes no champion. WrestleMania.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
It worked. I mean,
It worked because right as you said WrestleMania, and it ended. It ended. That was incredible.
that was something. That was like we asked WrestleMania news to Chat GPT, and then it spat that shit out. Oh, Steve's kind of back.
Kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of back.
I can't imagine
hey, man.
the fire inside of him right now.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
It's a cool ass sweatshirt though.
If you got like 2 more sentences, we can finish up your news, Steve's.
Bloodline still on top. Roman Reigns approaching 1,000 days as champion.
Is that the one of the longest runs as for a champion in his story?
He's top 5 of all time. Top 5.
Wow.
It works, Steve's. You're alive. You
That
made
was
it through.
that was the coolest news I've ever seen. That's the coolest way I've ever seen the news delivered. I'm so impressed with that.
Guys, y'all are.
I don't think you can go back to regular news after that. I think that's how you have to do your news from now on.
Cyborg Chris Henshaw.
I don't think you're
Or Hank
allowed to go
Henshaw.
back to regular news anymore.
Okay.
Oh, man, that was
now
cool.
that Steve's is kind of back in our dimension,
Yeah.
the question that we have for the show, and I hope Steve's can answer it, will be: if you could invent a household superpower, what would it be? For context, mine would be to look at a task like dishes or unfolded laundry and be able to blink at it and have it completed instantly.
Mine was to have to look at it and blink and something's like a pile of magic cards organized. My closet organized. The kids' toys all over the floor, blink, organized. My garage, blink, organized.
That, but all house repairs.
There you go. That's a better one.
So, same.
That's a better one.
I think mine would be combined, but instead it's purely based on my own eye, my frame of eyes. So like if I did this and I covered everything with my hand, then it's all cleaned. So like if I look at the sink and I just do this, then it's all just like wiped away.
What if you do this?
And the whole
You
world.
fully cover your eyes.
I mean, it has to work with my hands, and I have to like be intentional with it, or else like someone's like, "Ooh," and then all of a sudden like everything's just like like in disarray. You know, like I have to be like, it's definitely a magical power. Definitely a magical power. Next question, shall we try? Okay, next question we should try is going to be from Mr. Big Nate.
What's up?
What is your
Shout out.
favorite color and why?
Red. It's the best. Passion. Food. It's the best. Red.
Steve's?
Passion. Food. Love.
Is Steve still there?
Apples. He's you next, Tom.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Oh, there we go. Go ahead, Esteves.
This is horrible. Blue like the Azores flag.
There you go. Blue like the Azores flag. And to clarify, because Brad said yes, passion and all known food. The reason I said food is yellows and oranges and reds are proven to make you hungry.
Oh.
So that's why there's red in all food
Chains.
fast food logos.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's proven to make you hungry.
And yellow makes you it makes you yearn.
Mm-hmm.
Kyron, shout out to you, baby. See you in the chat. Also, Mr. Big Nate, you're not wrong. I'm going to totally wipe my butt with my hand.
And then
The
clean.
magical way.
Yeah. What's your favorite color, Tom?
My favorite color is black. Not Vanta
Yeah,
black because someone owns it. But I like black. I don't know. It's just like is it really a color? Does color have, if you don't have light refracting off of it, but it's the absence of color. I don't know. I like black. To me, black can look really aged and cool, and then also it could look really sleek and new. I think some people think black is just a void of emptiness, but also I think black is like a cool canvas. Like that's how Batman the Animated Series was illustrated. It was on a black sheet of paper. So like their blacks are truly crushed blacks. Corey always knows I need my crushed blacks in my color corrections and grades. You know what I'm saying? Everything, it's just Bruce Wayne. Does it come in black? And what's it? John Henry Ford. You can have it any color as long as it's black. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
There you go.
And
There you have it.
there's those colors. Next question we got from Zell Namor. What is your favorite food to have growing up?
Pesto pasta. It was like one of my favorite dishes my mom made. She did like chicken cut up with pesto pasta, and it was heavenly. Or like pesto tortellini.
I don't know why Steve's decided to go like hug his mic and be in front of it. Maybe that helps.
Because the blue on the.
Oh, okay. I was like, maybe that helps the internet because why he just does one of these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Off the top of my head, I'm sure I've talked about other childhood dishes before, but that's the one that's coming to mind right now. Chicken pesto pasta.
Favorite food to have growing up? I mean, Corey already knows what it is. And it's one of his favorite foods to have as an adult.
Hello.
Like, I grew up eating that.
Good Lord.
Like, could you imagine a childhood growing up eating that, Corey, and being like, that's a regular thing?
I feel like the rest of food for a time would just be like, this is shit. This is all shit.
I mean,
How
that's
do you
why
eat anything else?
it was hard to eat vegetables when I ate that stuff. And I was like, why would I waste my time?
Yeah. Polo was, man, it's incredible.
Steve's?
Favorite food growing up?
There was something called alcatra. It is something called alcatra, and it's basically a meat and potatoes stew with in there as well. But it was perfect for eating. All eating. I had that. Yeah, and my favorite that's culturally based.
That looks incredible. I just looked it up. Nicknamed the Portuguese pot roast. That looks incredible.
I'm very glad Mamba's giving us a little status for like a robot when Steve's go robo mode. And I'm trying to do my best. Like, that's your connection, Steve's.
Man, that looks so comforting as a food. That looks like I want that so bad right now.
We could all use that after all the technical mishaps tonight. You know?
Damn, that looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the next thing I'm gonna have to try.
Right now, do I have any more questions? Oh no. All right, we got one more question. Honestly, y'all, this might be a short update tonight just because the bandwidth for the internet. We all know what's going on. I'm so glad that we actually saw a lot more of you on tonight, but I am going to try to get one last question out because it is an oldie and a favorite, and also bad reprint. No. Brad, what?
They're going to ask me my one.
No.
I don't know who the guest or grumper is.
No. Somebody
know who
gonna
it
get
is.
hurt real bad. And,
It's gonna be me.
Also, so Brad, he rated. Brad is the homie. I hope if they're streaming after this, we can go raid them. But
Get ready, Brad. This
this
could be a shorter show.
This question is
You are streaming.
from Brad. Question because I'm out of ideas at the moment, and Corey will love it. Regardless, pick an upcoming movie. Keep one actor.
Yeah.
The rest are played by
Ooh.
Muppets. What are you remaking, and who are you keeping?
I like that. Upcoming. So we're limited to hasn't come out yet.
New news.
It's coming up. Oppenheimer. And keep Cillian Murphy.
Wow. Wow.
That's got to be it, right? That's got to be the answer. It's got to be Oppenheimer and keep Cillian Murphy.
I think that just brought life back to Esteves. Like his whole Wi-Fi came back for it.
Oh man.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
A Nolan directed Muppets movie? Come on.
I mean, hey. Nolan. I mean, the cool thing is also he would be like I need them to perform, like truly in the like.
But he would say it all British.
Yeah. I was like, well, the really interesting thing about Muppets, you must really treat them like they're actors, And I really wanted to push the genre.
Oh, you talking about Michael Caine?
No, I mean that's. I think that's no. I mean Nolan would probably have heard that from Michael Caine, who had worked with them already. So it's
because
like
that was his whole
absolutely.
It's
But
like I'm not going to treat it like Muppets.
But Nolan was always going to be
on
like
the royal stage.
He's like, we always have to push the genre and just ask ask the questions of like how would it really compel a Muppet, But for me, upcoming movie, keep one actor, and then the rest are Muppets. I would say. Oh, easy.
Okay.
Dune Part 2, and then I keep
Timothy Chalamet.
No, you know why?
Oh.
Because Christopher Walken's gonna be in this movie.
Oh, keep Christopher Walken.
Like
There
I'll
it is.
replace Timothy Chalamet with like Kermit.
I did not know that Christopher Walken's going to be in it.
He's
That's
gonna
wild.
be, I think, Emperor Shaddam IV, and I'm like, that's a cast. That is an interesting. Like to me, you kind of imagine like a Max von Sydow kind of like who's I forget the other. There's like another like guy who has like really well coiffed hair who's a little older, and I'm like he just demands a presence.
Christopher Plummer would have been.
He's great.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, yeah, that's Emperor Shaddam. And the main thing is that you really show the eminence of that character, just so that people can subvert his like galactic rule. But you have Christopher Walken in this. I'm like, what are we trying to do, Denny? What are we trying to do, Villeneuve? Where are we at? Esteves came back for 10 seconds, and I wanted to hear what his would have been, and I don't know if I can imagine. It's
I feel
going
like
to be
he would have said upcoming movie.
It's going to be the Moana remake. He keeps the rock.
Yeah.
How do I know?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh, Montez Ford is going to be the next big star. Oh, never mind. Oh, what? Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait, what? I have no idea. Oh, plays game. Oh, okay. We're talking about. I was like, maybe they're talking about something else in the chat. But anyways, I asked Steve a question, so he had something to do. Very good. Okay, just for you then. Which wrestler deserves it? Oh. Steve's, real quick, give us the answer while we wrap out.
Nah, he's going to be here. It's going to take a second, and then he'll stabilize, and then he'll be able to answer the question. There he is.
I answered in the chat. I answered inside the chat, but I said Montez Ford, who's the next future big star of the company. He'll have a Uncharted-like series. That's what I'd give him.
And then everyone else is Muppets?
No, the question in the chat that Brad gave, because Brad is so kind, was just for you then, which wrestler deserves their own non-wrestling related video game, and what game would it be? So
Montez Ford.
Ethan Who, I'm glad you came in during the tail end of this. But I think that is where we're gonna wrap it up for tonight.
I dig that answer.
Actually, you know, let me look it up. Just to honor Esteves. Let's look this up real quick. Let's look this up. Who's the guy? Montez Ford.
Ford. Yeah.
Montez Ford. Okay. Montez Ford. This boy. This guy is a big boy. In an Uncharted-like series. That's a big boy. He's a strong man. So he's the best in the company. He's 32 years old. Strong. Got a good personality. You know, Steve's got a good eye for that. For sure. He's a few months younger than you, Court. No, he's a whole year younger than you. I was gonna say never mind. Okay, this is the guy. I like.
I dig it.
This interesting chat question, a little side story, side B plot for the stream. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Brad, are you streaming?
No, Alexa Be Awesome will be the raid person. Ford is awesome. Dude has bright career in front of him. Thank you, Rufus. I appreciate that that note and feedback and also participation. Brad, I know you've been doing so much Resident Evil. If y'all haven't already checked Brad out, if you joined the Nerd on Discord, every time he goes live, it'll show up there, but also check them out. We're going to be rating Alexa Be Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for putting up with a lot of the weird technical stuff. It is a Monday, as always. It's starting to get a little hot in California because the rain's gone. So maybe that's all we'll pass in due time. I need to wake up pretty early. I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. Didn't get a lot of sleep this week or yesterday, so I appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and raid. We're gonna say Dad Phases Out is gonna be the raid.
Dad Phases Out.
Yeah, it's gonna be the raid word phrase. So Alexa Be Awesome.
Thanks for coming by, y'all.
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Oh, nice.
Lovely game. Great game to play out. Dad Phases Out. Love it. Yeah. Brad, you can explain that. We're going to go ahead and figure out what's going on. I hope you guys had fun. It was definitely very entertaining on this side.
Different.
Different. A little manic, a little cray-cray. Take care of yourselves, y'all. Have a good week. I hope you enjoyed.
Good night, guys.
Learn some stuff. Get some serialized Praetors. Peace, y'all. We'll hit the start raid. Corey, sing us out, baby.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you wanna do. You know the drill. As always.
Nerd on.